Podcasting from Brooklyn Bridge Pier 2. This is the Brooklyn Baritone Podcast. As for me, it's usually the morning. If it's the morning for you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you choose to listen to this, I very much appreciate the support, and I always appreciate the looks and the likes. But I also will very much appreciate you hitting that subscribe button and notification bell on my YouTube channel for Brooklyn Baritone. It's a fantastic day today. It's a little bit warmer than usual. People out here doing their thing, doing their martial arts. Down at the other side playing their basketball. You can probably see people going back and forth behind me, getting their jog on. You can see the New York City skyline downtown Manhattan doing its thing, looking pretty. There's so many things that people misconstrue about how to build people, other people, especially children. You see that as a recurring theme because that's a big thing. That's one of the biggest things that we seem to always forget and kind of miss the mark, but it's never too late to help people get to the potential that they can get to. There's so many people out there that'll come down hard on someone because they don't have their life together. And granted, there are a lot of people out there that have made some terrible decisions. There are people out there that could have easily made things easier for themselves. They could have made different choices. They could have made better choices. But then at the same time, if we are to criticize people of how to get themselves together, not even how to, of getting themselves together, being a better person, well then, are you going to be that person? Are you going to be that force that's around them to influence them and show them how to be better? I understand that there's many people out there that need a swift kick in the pants. And I was talking with one of my good colleagues the other day, and we were saying that, some people need to have certain things reinforced in them to get things done properly. There's some people who need whoopings. There it is. It's that simple. Some people need whoopings so you could beat the potential out of them. And it's what it is. Maybe whoopings could be hard love. It could be a very strict regimen. Because a lot of people can't afford to get derailed because we have so much things that take away our focus. And if anything takes away our focus, that means we can't ever get to our true potential. But that doesn't work for every single person. And there are many people out there who learn by being sparked in the right manner. There are so many people that learn by being ignited by a certain type of teaching style, that are ignited by a certain experience. It could be a certain person, how they speak to them, because they could be hearing the same thing. And it could be very solid learning, but it may not be in the way or the capacity that people need to learn. So whenever we come down hard on people, it could be that they're just not learning or they're not being engaged in the way that they need to be. Now, I'm not saying to coddle anyone. We're not trying to coddle anyone. When you get to a certain age, a certain stage in your life, you're supposed to have the mentality to know what you like doing and knowing what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. But there's some people who will react, as I said before, a good whooping will bring that straight out and they will be flying straight for the rest of their life. Some people, they actually do the opposite. A good whooping will cause them to regress. Being hard, being faced with some very severe adversity, I've seen it with my own eyes where so many people are actually balled up more when they come across certain levels of adversity, where they feel like, okay, if I put my foot out there, it's going to get stomped on, the door's going to get slammed on it, or something's going to get dropped on it. I'm not going to put myself out there anymore. It's nothing but pain, nothing but embarrassment. I'll save myself the trouble and just stay here in my corner and just come to work every day, eat my cheese sandwich, and just do that till I retire. There are so many children who have the wrong kind of parents because, there's a lot of parents, we would tend to just want to go to work and just worry about the bills. This is the regular people. I'm not talking about the rich, all rich folks out here that are living it up and, and living your best life. And you're always, telling people, get another stream of income, get a secondary stream of income and you will live your best life. Well, if getting a second stream of income was as easy as going to the store and getting a bag of chips, then yeah, of course, you could tell that to anybody. But What may have worked for you may not work for someone else. Again, it's a good thing when we have so much people on social media. As of late, we kind of tend to lean to the negative of social media because there's so much people out there that are fake. There are a lot of people who are just doing it because it's a business. Is they see something lucrative, they see, okay, I have a certain look, I have a certain sound. If I get a team hired to do all my editing and all my shots for me, I could get a chance to get thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of subscribers. And these are people that are probably not even knowledgeable enough to really tell anybody how to do things. But on the flip side, there are so many people that are out there that are professionals in what they do. There's so many people that are seasoned vets. They have a good amount of information to share. So that's a good thing. So there are a lot of people now in the age of information, the internet of things. There are so many blogs, vlogs, influencers, podcasts where people could tell you on, instruct you on the little things that you need to do. Financial help, health-wise, spiritual growth, professional growth. There's people out there now. It's a cornucopia, but you have to look for it. And then, I could be telling you something for 10 years, 20 years, and you may not get it. And this guy over here may just have the right kind of vocabulary. They'll have the right kind of elocution. They will have the right kind of seasoned approach to things where, okay, I resonate with this person over here. So that's the good thing about it. So we don't have to go through this thing called life and trying to get to our best life, on our own. We don't have to follow the blueprint of everybody else, because this is why so many children back in the day anyways have been diagnosed with dyslexia, because they just weren't learning and resonating on the level they needed to be learning. It may have worked for most of the kids, but then there's some kids, myself included, where for some reason, I just couldn't get math. I got it enough, but then I don't understand what happened. I just had a eureka moment where it just, boom, resonated with me. I'm not saying the teachers I had were terrible. They were fantastic teachers, but it just wasn't on the same wavelength that I needed to get that. I was more a creative person, creative type. And I think so logically with certain things. You would think logical and math should go hand in hand, but it depends on how the person is raised, depends on the experiences the person has. It just depends how the person is wired as well. So there's some things I would probably need good whoopings for. But then that doesn't go for everything else. Other things that I probably need a certain level of praise to know, hey, you're doing really good at that. You know what? You should concentrate on that. What you did right there was really good. Give people opportunities to come out of themselves, to come out of their shells. Give people opportunities. Don't berate people. Everybody doesn't need whoopings, or people don't need whoopings all the time. People don't need to be praised all the time either. There's sometimes you need to buckle down on them, because sometimes some people get some praise and then they start, okay, cool, I could coast and just be chill, and everyone would be happy with the little bit of minimum productivity that I give out. So you have to know how to gauge people. Again, that goes with being a natural leader. And we all have that ability to be a leader, but it all depends on how well we are groomed to bring that out. And the better we can be, at least have a leadership mindset where we can know we can influence other people. We can help engage people to be a better version of themselves, to help people understand and recognize what's in them, but we have to recognize what's in us so we can be able to recognize what's in other people. It's a constant cycle. Forget about, not just forget about this whole economic thing where everyone's in a rat race and everyone's pretty much going to work just to pay bills off, and you're trying to get up, but life just keeps happening. Some people it happens great for, some people it doesn't. But we have to do our best to not get bogged down with the whole mindset of the rat race to go do the 9 to 5 and everything. You have to focus on yourself, because again and again, I will always say, I've talked with people who are in their later years of life, and one of the things that they consistently say, that I wish I spent more time with my family, and I wish I spent more time chasing, what I really wanted, my passion, my dreams, whatever it was. Those are the two main base things that people always say they wish they did. What do we do with the majority of our time in our lives? We're trying to chase that bag, trying to get that check, trying to pay these bills, trying to get that house. And then those are the times we're supposed to be building ourselves up more. I know for a lot of people it's easier said than done. I get it. Believe me, I'm not insensitive to that. but you still have to find something. Even if it's just one thing, try to think about that thing, write it down consistently, think of actual legit plans, courses of actions to make certain things happen. Even sometimes it may not come into fruition. Just the fact of you working towards that may open up doors for you to do other things. So if ever you come across anyone that may be struggling with something and you resonate that with that on that level and you recognize it, do yourself and themselves an even greater favor. Reach out to them, help them out, talk to them. Who knows? Maybe those little couple of words that you share with them could be the biggest turnaround in their lives they possibly can need and have. A lot of terrible things have happened because somebody did not give someone the right type of attention and time of day in their lives. And it could be we have no idea how much tragic life turning events happened with other people, and that affected other people in a negative manner. Anyways, that's all I got to say. Thank you very much for joining me. If you want to catch the rest of my content, you could catch me on my website at www.brooklynbaritone.com. You could also catch my videos and other production on my YouTube channel, Brooklyn Baritone. You can find me on LinkedIn under Corey Ashley. I am also on Instagram and Facebook. You can catch me on Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Play Store, and the Amazon Music on the podcast. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this day. I want you guys to stay blessed, walk good. You will hear from me next week.